What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at 10 more vintage iPod accessories. You guys liked episode 1, so I'm making an episode 2. Watch the episode 1, link in description. Now let's get right into this video. The 10 accessories are the mini speaker, the Keychain 30-pin cable that I bought 7 of for some reason, the dual power USB and Firewire charging brick, the Transpod, the Zumo portable battery pack, the digital AV adapter made by Apple themselves, the Powerplant portable battery pack with a 30-pin cable built in, the iBump solar charger for your iPod and iPhone, the suspiciously looking like a USB flash drive and way bigger than I was thinking external power bank with a lightning connector on it, and the not wireless charging station. It's just an iPod dock, guys. Let's start with this. The iBump. These things have such strange names. Apparently this is made by a name brand company that's been around since 1894. That's right, guys. They've been making iPod accessories since before the iPod was a thing. It looks like they make compasses or something random like that, and I couldn't find that much about this solar charger, but it's supposed to have a 30-pin port on it, and also it might be a lithium-ion battery itself, because it says so. Let's get right into the package. Come on. This is one of those ones that takes a PhD to be able to open. Oh, there it goes. Come on. Pop out my little iBump. Honestly, kind of reminds me of an Apple Watch, even though it's not a watch. It's like sort of that shape. Get that peel. Very good peel. It looks like this pulls off like so. Oh, and it does have another 30-pin on the back. What will this do? I have not plugged this in ever. It's a solar charger, so it should provide some power, right? Oh my gosh, it came apart. We're honestly talking about some pretty low build quality here. I'm gonna go set this thing outside in the sun for an hour or two. We'll circle back later in the video. Now let's have a look at this, which is just a battery pack. Zumo, ridiculous name there, portable battery pack. We got this weirdly triangular, what is it supposed to be, fancy or something? Anyway, let's just take off its hat there and get a load of this ancient accessory there. What do we got? Oh. For some reason, oh my gosh, this has to be the lowest quality USB A to A cable I've ever seen. Okay, listen to how this plastic sounds, guys. That is not the sound of quality. Oh my gosh, I've gotten so much low-tier crap when making these videos. It's gotta be the worst quality A to A cable ever. Oh, we got a user guide for our battery. What, don't overcharge it and let it explode? Oh, a carabiner, gee, thanks. Oh, and look, it already broke. Oh my gosh. Yep, I was right about that cable. Listen to this. It weighs absolutely nothing, by the way. I mean, nothing. You know, lithium battery technology, when it's made this poorly, actually makes me afraid. Is this going to blow up? Here goes nothing. Let's plug it in. Our made for iPod and iPhone Zumo battery pack. The lights are not turning on. They're not doing anything. It honestly should be doing something right away because it's a battery, and I just plugged it into a charger. Is there pass-through at least? Oh, yeah. It's passing through power. Look at that. It's charging the iPod mini, guys. But the battery charging lights indicator is doing nothing. Charging the Zumo. Pull out the USB cable about a ½ inch. Warning, do not pull the cable past a ½ inch. Doing so may result in permanent physical damage. That's all the cable is. What about our 30-pin? Same thing. Warning, do not disassemble. Don't try this at home, kids. I'm an idiot. There's a little peek into your battery pack. That's a tiny battery. Well, there's your quality control from 2011, and I think I know why nobody wanted it. Next up now, let's look at something that actually might be decent despite the rather goofy branding. Powermat wireless charging for your iPod and iPhone. Open up this plastic wrap here now. There we go, nice and opened. And then there's that seal. Yes, guys, I'm the first person to ever have this thing new. Oh, it's a magnetic box. Fancy. It's trying to be fancy. Lose the cords with revolutionary Powermat wireless charging. Okay. Now, that was very easy to open, and then it's just in this little plastic insert here. Here's our Powermat. Oh my gosh, it weighs nothing. More quality. When you slap it in, it sounds like that. You just know that it's extremely high quality. Oh my god, look at that. The amount of give in that port. Oh, that is horrible. There's no plug. Oh, you tricked me. So this is sort of wireless charging in a goofy way. I got tricked, okay? You need the Powermat wireless charging system. So there's like a thing that you set this on and it wirelessly charges. Imagine getting pranked. And I thought it was just complete trash. Well, honestly, the build quality is complete trash. I can't make fun of it yet. I will get back to you about it in a future video. So get subscribed because I'll make fun of this later. How about our not a flash drive charging station system thingy? Works with up to iPhone 6 Plus, which was probably just the newest iPhone whenever this was made. Built-in lightning pin. Charge lightning pin devices instantly. I'm gonna have to go with no on that, not instant. And look guys, it's an emergency power bank. And it also causes cancer. And the phone is not included if that was not obvious. The kind of people buying this product, when this product has to say, we're not giving you an iPhone with your emergency power bank, I think that already says a lot. It specifically calls out the iPod Nano 7th generation, so we're going to be testing it with this. The actual only iPod to ever have a lightning port, not counting the iPod Touch, because, come on, that's just a phone without the phone part. Can you see that extreme amount of dust? Yeah, this thing's been sitting somewhere for a very long time until I was silly enough to buy it on eBay for money. Yeah, let's get an open on this and slide out. Come on, I want to slide it out. I want to slide it. It's not sliding. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, it's micro USB. It has to be among the worst micro USB cables I've ever seen. I know I've been saying it among the worst I've ever had in this video a few times at this point, but I guess I'm just making fun of the most low-tier garbage because, well, obviously, this thing, okay, could feel worse. Okay, it's got the micro USB on the side, and it's several times thicker than the iPod Nano 7th generation. Quite enormous. Really, expecting to have this thing as a keychain, that's an enormous keychain, okay? And since it's connected to this swivel thing, you're just gonna have it constantly swiveling around. Made in China. You didn't need to tell me for me to know that. Let's plug it in. The light is on. I plugged the iPod Nano into it. Oh, look at that. I only had it plugged in for just a second, and it is charging the iPod Nano. Another keychain accessory that I have 7 of instead of 2. Perfect for on the go. 30-pin keychain, charge and sync cable, essential for daily use. Never lose your charging cable anymore. Perfect for sync and charge capability. Length, 3 inches. Huh, relatable, isn't it? It's also made by Powerxcel that I was just making fun of their accessory. It's also got that made for iPod, iPhone, and iPod stamp on it. Let's just get right into it and see how bad it is. 1, come on, 2. Oh, gosh. Okay, this thing should pop in there, right? Yes. USB port. Plug our USB port into it. Does our little charging cable at least do the charging? Does it at least work? Yes. It does. Gotta test out length 3 inches claim. I think they're selling themselves a little bit short on this one, especially when you put the tip on like that. It becomes closer to 6 inches rather than 3 inches. Yeah, anyway, $17 for 7 of them. Sure, I might have paid way too much for these. But I immediately had the idea to take an Anker power bank, and since they're all like mini cables, what I really wanted to do was just take all of these mini little cables here. Let's get them all out, guys. Let's do like a massive unboxing, okay? Can we open all the remaining ones at once? Can we do it? Cut. Let's go. Ah, it doesn't work that well to cut all these at once. I can persevere, guys. I can do it. I'm gonna cut them all. What real gamers do to work out. Real gamers. Oh, there it goes. That was a pop. Splattered all over. So many of these 3-inch cables, guys. There's all your packaging waste. We got 6 of them for 6 USB ports. You know what I'm about to do, guys. That is actually a rather suspicious sight there. If that's the legs and that's the head, then what's this part? Now we just need 6 30-pin devices. Nano 1st generation, Mini 2nd generation, iPod Touch 1, iPod Touch 2, iPod Touch 3, and iPhone 1st. Have you ever seen something so dumb? I sure haven't. Oh yes, plastic shards everywhere from cutting that open. Gotta love it. On the theme of charging, we got a charger that will charge every iPod ever. USB and Firewire. And disappointingly, normally old products, these big bulges they have, usually contain stuff. But, you know, no, we got skimped out on nothing. That is just a trick. This entire, actually quite large package, it takes up really quite a big footprint. And all of that just for this little thing here, okay? Our actual iPod charger. It's got that hollow sound, but it doesn't feel hollow, surprisingly. It doesn't feel like it's empty like some of the stuff. It's got our fold-out prongs. 2005. 19 years ago. UL listed. It won't burn my house down. Use with your Nano. This must have been when Nano was brand new, by the way, because this is from 2005. And the Nano is from 2005 itself, so we should be able to charge this way. Yeah, charge our iPod Nano with it. There we go. Our dual power AC, USB and Firewire compatible adapter for iPod. Features both USB 2.0 and FireWire ports. Can charge 2 iPods simultaneously. Now that is a feature. Patent pending, made in China, like I needed to know, because just look at it. Isn't that obvious? But it does have the green color, by the way, and that green color is common with actual Apple accessories from the time. This is a iPod Shuffle dock for a future video, new in package, actual Apple. But this one is not actual Apple, and does it actually work? It is charging the Nano, and we've got our actual Apple logo FireWire cable. And just so we know it's not going to lie to us, this is an iPod that requires a FireWire brick to even charge in the first place. Let's plug in our 3rd generation iPod. And there's the Apple logo, and it's charging it. 2 iPods at the same time. 2003 iPod here, 2005 iPod here. This one here is a 40 gigabyte capacity, highest capacity made in the thingamabob. The 3rd generation, and the iPod Nano is a 2 gigabyte, which is not the highest. 4 gigabyte was. Anyway, not that bad. Can't really make fun of it. Just disappointing it didn't come with a cable. Enough with chargers and charger-related things for the moment. Let's look at this mini speaker, and this thing is old. It says you can use it with PDA, Personal Digital Assistant. This is long before the smartphone was a thing. Long before. MP3 and MP4 player. So obviously you can use this with your iPod, and obviously there will have been those individuals that will have bought something just like this for their iPod back when the iPod was a thing that people used commonly. Ooh, there's our speaker. Pop it out. Oh, it's got rechargeable. Oh no, it's gonna not work. And it's got like whatever USB port standard that is. I have one of those cables somewhere, but does it come with one? Oh, hey, it does. I don't have high hopes of this thing even working in the first place. Why is there off and volume? What does that have to do with on? Let's use our iPod charger for the speaker thingy. That's how you know how big it is. There's the Nano. There's the thing. It even might be wider than our extremely thick I Love battery pack thingy. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, so it does have a light on it. Okay. Does that sound like good to you? Oh, it already stinks. You know that burnt speaker smell? Yes, I love that. I guess the iPod DAC is way too powerful for this little speaker, even though I only had it up like half the way. Let's try it one more time. Oh, nope, 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 not doing it. That smells bad. I didn't even really get much of a chance to make fun of it. Let's see what the speakers look like. Accordion? Oh, that's intended. I thought I was breaking it. I had a speaker that did that once. The X Mini. It's to make it more bassy, but I'm not plugging it back in. I stem it right in the USB port and twist. Hey, look, the USB port doesn't exist anymore. How to non-destructively get into electronic devices featuring an idiot like me. There you go. Non-destructive and all. There you go. Beautiful. Oh, guys, it's a stereo speaker. You got 1, you got 2. So another piece of absolute trash. I would have kept it if it didn't suck, by the way, because it would have been funny to use in videos, but not when it smells like speaker burning at half volume. Getting a lot more crap in this video than I thought. Speaking of crap, probably this. For some reason, in a solid hard plastic shell. Let's give it a good slice. Gotta get this out of the big shell. Yeah, see? Hard plastic. What is this? Like some window frame? Hello? You know what? This could have been the packaging instead, by the way, instead of having that hard plastic. Okay, there we go. What kind of features are we boasting? Universal USB port, guys. It's the universal serial bus. It weighs a lot more than the other one. So we've got a USB-A out and an additional 30-pin. Hear that? The build quality of this, the packaging thingy-mabob, is actually better than the thing itself. That is sad. That's some hard plastic. Like, actually, I don't think I can snap that. No, I cannot snap it by doing this. It is hard plastic. Let's plug it into our iPod charger. What's it gonna do? Is it gonna explode? I plugged it in. Actually, this is not a very good test to see if it's charging because this is an actual battery pack that's endlessly charging the iPod. All right, let's grab another iPod to test. Why not the iPod Mini? Because it's fun. There's the extremely dim LED that I'm not sure you can see on video. It is flashing, so it is charging the charger at least. The other one didn't even have an indicator light. Okay, it's dead. It's not charging the thing. I'll leave it plugged in a little longer. We'll see if it works later. Now we've got the Apple digital AV adapter, something that has a very surprisingly high original price that I paid not that much for, obviously, compared to the original price. So we've got a HDMI and a 30-pin. This is allowing you to obviously output to HDMI, but unlike this, the Apple 30-pin to VGA adapter, you can actually output to a display and charge the iPad at the same time. Obviously, this thing is going to work with your iPod Touch. It even says so on here. Mirroring supported by the iPad 2 or later. So we've got us an iPad 2 here, the one I grew up playing Angry Birds on. Got an HDMI cable. There we go. X-Acto knife all the way. Come on. There it is. And the unboxing experience. Quite nice. I even did it the right way, and I didn't even know that. Well, obviously, that's the instructions. Get your charger, plug in the thing, get your TV or monitor, plug in the thing. That's what we're going to do. So let's take it out of its packaging. Very thick cable, feels high quality. That's Apple for you. Plug that in there. It's you guys. That's what I see when I'm recording, by the way. Got an HDMI cable plugged into my recorder thing. I'm just going to call it that for the purposes of this video. Plug the HDMI in. There it goes. It showed up, you see? You guys should be able to see an output. That's the iPad recording straight out of this thing. So that's how the Clash of Clans YouTubers did it back in the day, huh? That's what I used to watch probably back when this adapter was new. Clash of Clans YouTubers.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Patrick from Play Clash of Clans.
Hey, look, guys, the App Store still works on the 2nd generation iPad from a long time ago. Hey, look, Clash of Clans, but you can't play it on this thing anymore, obviously. Oh, fun. All right, guys, you want to get a load of the ancient camera quality of the 2nd generation iPad? Yeah, I'm going to go with the camera quality is not that good. Do you guys think it's going to work with the best power bank ever? Let's see if the power bank actually does the power bank stuff now. Oh, guys, it's actually charging it, but it stopped powering just now. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with no. The battery's pretty cooked on this thing, but hey, it charged it for a fraction of a second. Better than the other one did. But what about the Transpod? Transportation, guys. Why on earth would you name your product Transpod? Aren't there so many better names you could have picked? Like, oh, I don't know. FM transmitter, which is what it is. Okay, let's move the mess just slightly out of frame and then zoom in and then move it out of frame. There you go, guys. Let's actually take a look at the thing now. Digital lifestyle, guys. Digital lifestyle outfitters. That's actually what DLO stands for. Digital lifestyle outfitters. This is not a clothing accessory, guys. We're not having some speaker shirt. Digital lifestyle. So yeah, if you didn't know these type of products exist, you actually are supposed to transmit the audio from your MP3 player, or in this case, iPod Shuffle, to a radio frequency that you then tune your car's FM radio to. So you turn something that's already compressed like MP3 and then output it to FM radio. So let's get right into the Transpod. Gotta cut its hat off. Oh, we got our manual here. There's a knob or gear shift in the way of my iPod Shuffle when it's plugged into the Transpod. Is there anything I can do? You can use the DLO flexible dock. This is for another time, but let's just make fun of it really quick. They sold the Transpod, but they also sold something as brain damaged as the flexible dock for your iPod Shuffle. In other words, a USB Type-A to USB Type-A cable. But it's a flexible dock, guys. It's not a USB Type-A cable. No. What this is, it's a flexible iPod Shuffle dock, or the 4-foot-long docking cable. Hold on a second. Again, it's not a USB Type-A to A cable. It's an iPod Shuffle docking cable that's 4 feet long. That's enough of that. Let's actually have a look at our Transpod. That's a rather suspicious sight there. I'm gonna have to make another cut. There we go. Oh my gosh, guys. Why did they make this? Tell you what, guys, this iPod Shuffle is packing right here. Already, I can say that it's made like garbage. Super flimsy feeling. At least it does fit the iPod Shuffle. And you know, if they were thinking these things through, since iPod Shuffles actually have caps that would be easy to lose, where are you supposed to put the cap? That's the hole you insert the thing into. Look, it works. DLO 87.9. Why is it still playing? I had to unplug the Transpod. For some reason, it was playing 10 seconds after I unplugged the iPod. The Transpod thing does work, and for some reason, it's just extremely delayed. If you play something on your iPod Shuffle, who knows, 10, 20 seconds later, it'll just start playing, and then when you press pause in your iPod Shuffle, 10, 20 seconds later, it'll stop playing, but it does work, and I didn't even need the flexible docking cable. But one last thing. This, from the beginning of the video, the iBump, it's been baking in direct sunlight right on that little solar panel for over 2 hours. So if it outputs anything at all, that'll be from the sun, because I've never plugged this in to the wall. So I've got the iPod mini, plug it in, not charging, boys. Over 2 hours in direct afternoon sun seems long enough for something to happen if something was going to happen. Anyway, that's the 10 accessories. Comment below which one was the worst. And here's the list of the things in order of what I talked about in the video with the prices. Look at that total cost. Me wasting my money like it's no big deal. What I bought on eBay. This is the list of the things as well with my out of 10 rating. Pretty low ratings on the ones in this video because I guess I just happened to buy more crap than I got last time. And speaking of buying crap, this time I decided to not buy crap. I purchased a $540 iPod dock on eBay. Original price $1,799. Inflation adjusted almost $2.5 thousand, and that's for my 100,000 subscriber special. That will be out at some point. I don't have that thing yet. It still hasn't come. The magical mail people are working on getting it to me right away. But as of now, it has not happened yet. And speaking of spending money, do become a supporter on YouTube or Patreon today to ensure I can keep making these videos that nobody watches about stuff that nobody wants to see. Just kidding. Everybody wants to see the Transpod. And speaking of seeing stuff, every time I post, I also make a supporter video, and this time I'm showing you more stuff I wasted my money on. That's right, I'm opening a 61-liter enormous container full of eBay purchases with a total cost of money. If you want to see that, become a supporter today. There's also tons of other supporter videos, so if you want to see any of those, do become a supporter, and thank you guys for making my videos possible. See you guys next week for another video. Thanks again for 100,000 subscribers. Am I a real YouTuber now?